This is my history. I was never born in slavery. When I speak, I mean, I am therefore we are a people whose legacy transcends 400 years of European captivity. This is my history, rooted in African spirituality, preaching and teaching to love the original self, respect nature, ancestor veneration, seek the righteous path to knowledge, wisdom and understanding of life and death, because we live forever. As long as our children speak about our African legacy, this is my history. From Amenhotep to Malcolm X, from Hatshepsut to Assata Shakur, from the Orisha to Kwanzaa, from Cairo to the Cape, from Cuba to Trinidad and Tobago, from Asia to Australia, from the beginning of time to infinity, this is my history. Nubian, Kemitian, Ashanti, Wolof, Hausa, Yoruba, Zulu, African people, black people, my people, our people. Now when I speak of black, I mean color, culture, and spiritual consciousness. To know that self-knowledge is key to our liberty in this war against Euro-American South African brutality. This is my history. This is my history. Them say what is to be must be. Life is but a continuous cycle. But now I speak, we write in foreign tongues because they came. They saw, they conquer. Genocide I roots mine. Like the devil they stole we land. Kidnap with soul for pieces of gold. Rape me mother, behead my father, castrate me brother, lust for me sister. This is my history. Victims of European pirates of the seven seas, who came in boats from ships, sailed by heroes of Caucasian descendants, Sir Francis Drake, Henry Morgan, Cristobal Colon, Henry the Navigator, John Hawkins, who stripped us and packed us like rats in hulls of slave ship, a free trip down Atlantic lane, to experience only sorrow and pain. This is my history. This is my history. Once living in high society, wild beast of Yulan with baton in hand, remind me of 20th century Babylon. From the cave they sprang with the assistance of an African, only to wreak havoc in foreign land. Talking about Ice Age people, European people, British, French, Dutch, Spanish, Portuguese, white people. Now when I speak of white, I mean those racist crackers who plot to annihilate my story. This is my history. This is my history. Telling her story, because in essence I am she and she is me. As godlike beings, let us restore our strength and power. No right from wrong. Teach the youth the truth about him African roots. This is my history. So don't be pessimistic, because all is not lost. Since I stand before you, moving and grooving to revolutionary sounds invoked by my lost but found spiritual self. So picture a scene of the moon and the sun, because that is truly she and me. This is my historial.
Alright, let's get it. We up, we live. I just need to see some stuff. I need to check some stuff. Look like we streaming on all cylinders. Let's get this show up and off. So I get out here and get to my meeting. I've been preparing since. When I got more time, I guess it just moves slow. Moves oh so slow. I don't even know what to say to y'all, family. I've been preparing for the show. And it takes longer. Where's my coffee at? Got my coffee now. Oh, we can show out now. It's about to go down today. And I gotta think about the show tomorrow. Ooh, wee! Shouts out to those that take the time to come to Gye-Nyame Journey and chill with us. Hopefully y'all learning how to use the podcast piece so that you can chat with us. We're available on all of your podcast networks. Well, damn near all of them. I ain't get on all of them. I'm on the main ones. So, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to listen to it live, you got to go to Spreaker. All the other ones, we don't do live. So let's get it. Can we get it? Can we get it? Can we get it? What? Can we get it? Can we get it? Say what? Can we get it, get it, get it, get it, get it? Yeah, we could do that. We gonna get it. I think I'm about to bring another light up in here. But hey, today's conversation, honoring oppression with creativity. Oh man, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Oh, it's time to grab the glasses. family, it's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shouts out. Here we go. Oh, oh. Drink your water. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Breathe through your nose, down to your belly. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Take a breath, take your breath. Now, grab your glass for some water. Grab your glass. Lift your pitcher of that water. Or bottle. Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Come on, move. So move it in. Move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your or should water. I say, move, then drink. Move your body. Move your body. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your or should water. I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Lift and pour yourself some water. Pour. Move your body, drink some water. Move it. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember, four pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces. Eat a culturally appropriate diet. Behave. Take your breath. Come on. Lift and pour. Move your body. Move. Come on, move that body. Come on, come on, come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Lift it up. Come on, drink it, drink it, drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on, drink it. Lift it, drink it. Come on. Drink that health in. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Take your breath. Take your breath. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Lift it. Move your body. Come on. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. What? Drink your water. Drink, drink, man. Drink, drink. Come on, come on. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Lift and pour. Move your body. Move it. Move it. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. What? Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Right now, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to see how soon the people on my list get their email. Now I'm starting to understand why sometimes we might not be joined by some of the people. Because the email, my email has not come through yet. I haven't received the email. So this means that people are receiving the email after the show. So I now have to come up with another scheme to get other people to be able to get it. Now, for those of you that are on the email list, at the very bottom, I have some code on the bottom that was a simple test. The test failed. So, especially until I see my email, I want to see the test failed. So, you probably won't be seeing that again. I'm trying to figure out some new things. I'm always in the midst of trying to learn to perfect what I do. But today we will be talking about countering oppression with creativity. You know what I'm saying? Once again, trying to keep the theme along the lines of what we are, of our principle of the moment, because this is what we gather here for. We gather here to toast the moment. Those of you who are involved in the Gye-Nyame challenge, right? You got your self-mastery journal. I'm going to be working on updating this sometime between the day and hopefully Umoja, because I want to really update it, because I'm really pressed for space when I'm putting my thoughts down in here. So not only can it help with just the Gye-Nyame challenge, but it can help as far as organizing your life. And on top of that, you know that you are supporting your culture. When you do this, you are supporting Gye-Nyame Journey. You know, because some of y'all like, I ain't my culture. Okay, hey, you're supporting Gye-Nyame Journey. You know what I'm saying? We trying to formulate and bring some stuff alive. So, I am in the midst of re-listening to The Godfather. You know, because after the little quote that I threw out, I'm trying to find where it was, and maybe that wasn't in the book, because I ain't run across it yet. Maybe that was in a off scene from the movie, or maybe it was in a different book. Because it could have been in any one of those, because there's a whole lot of those. There's a lot of Godfathers. It was The Godfather, then Mario Puzo did The Godfather, he did The Sicilian, he did, then there's one where they had the whole TV show behind with the family on there. I mean, with Crucifix, little boy named Crucifix that grew up in there, and I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, but I'm re-listening to it, and one of the things that I think that we don't catch is that Mario Puzo supposedly wasn't a gangster. He did research, and in his research, one of the things he told Francis Ford Coppola was, he said, listen, don't even become familiar with these people. They're like vampires. You know, if you give them permission to enter, they will always enter. You know what I'm saying? So if you have an opportunity to, don't become pals with them or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, but one of the pieces we got to understand that Mario Puzo got a lot of his information from research. Now, I don't know whether he spoke to some people, but a lot of that shit was made up. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people that are basing their lives on this, please understand that it's myth making. You're basing your life on, see, because I'm listening to, you know, it's customary for such and such, when such and such happens and blah, blah, blah. It's made up shit. It's made up shit. I don't know why my phone is ringing. I put the shit on air. Listen. All right, so I'm gonna talk to the person that just called me, because I'm like, people need to check when I'm doing my show, get on my email list. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm doing services for you, so that you know when I'm going live, so that we don't have these faux pas messing up my thought pattern. Anyway, family, so please understand that there's a lot of myth making going on. And many of us have based our lives around myths. We don't even know it, though. And the only thing we're trying to do in Gye-Nyame Journey is get us to start realizing that we are basing our lives around myths. And start creating myths that work for us rather than against us. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sitting up here, I'm listening to the book, and I'm listening to Mario Puzo's opinions about shit. And I mean, the shit is good. It's a great read. Especially if you're a Sicilian. Or if you're a motherfucker that want to be a Sicilian. Or you somebody that want to be involved with that life. It's an excellent read. But it's fantasy. It's fantasy. It's a made-up world. Now, there is a world similar to it out there, but it is not as beautiful and as well thought out as Mario Puzo makes it sound like. I'm just letting y'all know. Right? I mean, because it's like family. We are in the midst of rebuilding. And we need to begin to create at least the pathways for ourselves and our children to start creating the myths that people coming behind us will be able to read and recount in their heads. Like one of the things that I really liked about The Godfather, there's a lot of proverbs used. There's an ancient wisdom that these characters use to base how they deal with each other. Now, if you don't pick up nothing else out of it, please understand, that might be called a heuristic, whereas there's a framework in which you live your life and you make major decisions, right? And there's a lot of proverbs. Y'all got to pay attention to that shit. There's a lot of proverbs in that myth. But a lot of those proverbs can apply to life. This is why we have what we call tribal quotes in Gye-Nyame Journey. This is why we talk about proverbs. This is why you'll hear even in some of our meetings or in some of our private discussions, you will hear us making quotes from our ancestors. Why? Because everything we are experiencing, the only thing that has changed in life is the toys. That's it. Humans operate as humans or as animals or whatever. And the proverbs are crystallized. We call them crystallized wisdom because they present us with information in which we can go and make decisions. When something happens, like if you look at the proverb of the day, and once we get to the proverb of the day, I want y'all to really understand and really start to think about the things that we are saying here. Now, I am saying all this around this whole Godfather piece because I enjoy the book. I enjoy the movie. But we have to understand this myth making. It's myth making. It's hyping up a certain culture. I don't know if Mario Puzo was a Sicilian. It matters not to me. But he had a mass respect, I guess, for that group. And he felt for them in a way. And I'm asking all of my writing family. I'm asking all of my directing family, all of my video taking family. Where's our mother? Where's our up-to-date mythology so that we can live? I'm just saying. We got whole myths where people are supposedly behind the scenes running the world. And we play all into them, or we sit down and we talk about them, whether it's the Pope, whether it's the Mafia, whether it's the Republican Party or the Democratic Party, and all these motherfuckers is running blind. Dancing on the dance floor that their ancestors laid down for them. And I'm just saying this, because this is another piece that I picked up, and I pick up every time I read The Godfather. Don Corleone, the myth, right? Don Corleone in the myth laid down, put everything in place for the next generation. Actually, for the next 3 generations. I'm just saying. If y'all don't understand that, if you don't see that, you ain't doing nothing but fantasizing about being a terror in your own community. That's it. He set up moves, 10 steps. Really, all Michael Corleone had to do was come home. I want y'all to think about that. So we got an elder in his 60s that takes his whole tribal structure and converts it from being able to control everything in the present to giving up a lot of that power in the present and started moving, setting up things for the next generation to be able to come in and do the things that he could not do. Where else did you see that? You saw that also in the Bible with King David and Solomon. But hey, I'm just saying, live your life for you. Understand that you're competing against people who will appear that they're losing to you only to set up their next generation to come in and conquer not only you, but your children. I choose to plan my life by generations. I'm not living for me. I'm living for the next generation. I'm laying down the foundations. And the question that you always have to answer in your present moment right now, when it comes time, if there is a judgment, what were you planning for? Oh Lord, I was living my best life. Well, give it to him, Anime. God, I was living my best life. I thought you gave it to me. Thou shalt be forgotten. Remember hell for African is being forgotten. Thou shalt be forgotten. And that's how some of y'all live your lives. I don't care. I only get one life. I'm going to live the best way I can. Your enemy needs you to believe that. See, because since you believe you only live one life, you don't mind wasting it because it's like this is just your playground for now. When other people are setting up colonies because they know that they coming back, or they know that their children have to be there, and they have a genuine love for their children, and they don't want their children to be controlled by others. What do you want? I want to live my best life. It's time for me to kick it. We all gonna die anyway, so what's the difference? Really what you saying? Really, because I want y'all to think about this. When you're dealing with people like that, please understand what they're saying. I don't care about my family. I especially don't care about the future generation. And they got to get it just like I did. And if it's worse for them, oh well. Come on, y'all. Anime. I guess that should have been my the rant for the day, huh? That should have been the rant. That's not the rant though. Let's give it up. That's my intro dialogue. I ain't been keeping up with the news family, but I want to say great Kuumba to each and every last one of y'all. And I want to remind you that you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty. Anime! Calm down. We're going to get there. You're now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I am your host, Brother Hatim, and of course you know that today is Kuumba, and we want to give all the Kuumba babies a round of applause, all the Kuumba born. Oh man, give it up for them. Now y'all can do better than that. Whoa! Wow! So Kwame has completed another 7-year cycle because Kwame's birthday is today. Give it up for him, Brother Kwame, the Black Yoda. It's his birthday today. And today is his born day. So not only is it his birthday, but today is his born day. Wow. Congratulations, Brother Kwame. Shouts out, my friend. Shouts out. So that means, so would you be, are you 56 today? If I'm correct, 8 times 7, because we do, got those 7-year cycles. Okay, so he will be 56. Okay, all right. And we just, Sister Navita just had a birthday earlier in the week. Maybe, yeah, earlier in this week. Was it? Yeah. But anyway, shouts out. give Sister Beat a round of applause. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. All right. Yeah, it looked like my experiment was a failure. Yep, I finally got the email. So this is why people, if they are clicking in, they're clicking in very, very late. Very, very late. I'm not mad at them, though. I'm not mad. Let me see if I go straight to the... Nope. All right. So I got to figure out, because there is a place where I could put some of the... language in, and I want to know if I can send out... But I guess it would be to sending out the link. So anyway. All right, but... So, once again, today, the title is Countering Oppression with Kuumba. Those we know Kuumba is creativity. You know what I'm saying? Conquer it. We're going to conquer it. Yes, that's what we're going to do. That's what we got to do. Right? And I just want to be, I'm going to do the best that I can. But, a lot of these posts are for not just my conversation, but for us to have further conversation. And for us that are on the Nguzo Saba Challenge to be able to have some ideas to jump off from and have spark intelligent conversation between us about our principles. And also for me to demonstrate that you could do this every day. I do this every day. I come up with this stuff every day. You know what I'm saying? So it take me 2.5 to 3 hours to get prepared for whatever I'm going to be presenting for the show. Takes me that long, right? I mean, because like I said, I was up at 7, and I was actually up at about 6, something like that. Slept in, and I was gonna go into the bathroom, but other people was up already, so I had to wait. And then I finally got a chance to get in, and then I got down here and I started, fiddling around, because actually I finished the putting together what I was going to be talking about last night, because I left the adventure late, and and so today, the goal for me today is I want to redo the Nguzo Saba Challenge, get it prepared properly, get y'all some space in there, make the pages a little bit bigger. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, because I'm not playing with this, because I think this Nguzo Saba Challenge can change people's lives. So those of you that want to check out, because I would say get this one right now, either in color or in black and white. The color one is a little bit more expensive. Is go to Nguzo Saba Challenge GNJMedia.support. And by the way, I don't know how I got all on that. This is a Heart of a Simple production. Well, we strive to blow up your old paradigms. I'm on fire today. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I was listening to the book, and I was like, man, this is... Because, because it's like, it would be certain things that would just kind of, I'd be looking at like, in the culture, if one man kills another man's son, they give a customary nod. Like, the fuck? Where's that written at? Where you get that shit from? You understand what I'm saying? Come on now. Customary nod. And you listen to other shit and be like, oh, okay, get the fuck out of here. But I'm not mad. I understand. Somebody created something that inspired generations of individuals to want to participate in their life, even in our community. So, family, where is our Baba? We don't do Godfather. We do Babas over in this motherfucker. Brother Tim been working on that book for a long time. Where's the Baba? Right? Because we do have villages with Babas in them, right? You know what I'm saying? I got one in production. I just haven't finished it up. And then every now and then I lose chapters. I mean, I be, you know what I'm saying? So I've been working on it for a while. As a matter of fact, I posted it up, and Brother Hatim, it is what it is. I ain't mad. But anyway, Anyway, this thing, one geared around us. Because and a lot of y'all need to understand, well, Brother Hatim, when you going to talk about countering oppression with creativity, think about what I'm talking about right now. Countering oppression with creativity. Isn't that what I'm talking about? But I ain't even on the rant yet. I ain't on the rant yet. I need to let y'all know. Bam! See, you wasn't ready. We got that Bay New Health CMOS family. You know what I'm saying? Go and support your health. Right at the same time, help support GNJ.Media. You go to CMOS.GNJ.Media. Bay New Health and GNJ.Media is providing you with some organic CMOS straight from the sea. Wildcrafted though. It's not, they didn't, this ain't just random CMOS that was growing. Because that actually is the best CMOS. If you can find a place where it's clean and you go down, was wildcrafted, which means they basically farmed it in the ocean though. Not in no goddamn pools. You got to watch out for that pool shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. Now, what we're going to do right now, we're going to move forward and we're going to continue on our path. I don't have no news for you today. But I do want to share with you the proverb. And I don't understand why the proverb didn't come across. I got it. Where you at, proverb? Don't be trying to hide. Don't you try to hide from me, proverb. All right, I copied it. And I know I sent it over. I don't know why they treat me like, why would they treat me like that? Oh, did I paste it? Maybe I didn't paste it. Oh, hell no. You gotta get rid of all that. Hold on. Why they be doing shit like this? And I would love to have a clipboard where I could go, when I click to paste, I could go down the clipboard with many things. For some reason, they won't only let you clip and paste one thing at a time with these computers that are just, incredible. These computers are incredible, but it's like some shit it just don't do. You be like, why is that? That's awful stupid. As they would say, stupid. All right, so let's get it. It's time for... It's the proverb of the day. Proverb of the day. Are you ready? All right, here go one for you, family. Get ready. The mouth does not know the limitations of its master. Once again, the mouth does not know the limitations of its master. Tell me, what does it mean to you? It's the proverb. The mouth does not know the limitations of its master. All right. Those of you that's out there, if you ran across a good proverb, you want to share it with me and possibly have me share it on the show. You know what I'm saying? If you on the email list, y'all get in contact with me. Email me and let me know. I would love to share your proverb and give you a shout out. You know what I'm saying? So those of you that are out there, you want to get on the email list, it's a very simple thing. You go to GNJ.Media, and at the very bottom, there is something that will allow you to put your email address in and click follow. And if you go to Gye-Nyame.com, and if you go to Gye-Nyame.com on your desktop or your laptop, on the left-hand side at the very top, you will see something that says follow Gye-Nyame Journey. Put your email address, click follow. If you look up GyeNyameJourney.com on your phone, which you could go and start getting some of the Gye-Nyame Journey articles, because really, even with some of the news, I'm going to cut back on posting up news on the Facebook page and start moving over to our personal page, and start posting up stuff with some commentary, because I had the means to do that now, and get some other people from Gye-Nyame Journey to start posting up on it, right? So that'll be our news piece, and I'll just be able to go right down that time, like, blah, just like that. And people, because, you can subscribe to that, as well as be on our email list. But you go there, and you can put if you click the 3 lines from your cell phone, because with your cell phone, you ain't going to be able to see the whole thing, but there will be a menu, 3 menu lines. Click it, and it'll drop down. The very first thing you'll see is the link where you could put your email and follow Gye-Nyame Journey. Right after that, you'll see the podcast, and if we're streaming, it's there, and if not, the most up-to-date podcast will be up there. And then after that, you will see the live stream, where if you prefer to see the person, there he is. All right, but anyway, the best way that you can support Gye-Nyame Journey is by going to the podcast on our Spreaker or wherever you listen to your podcast, and go and make some comments. Throw up some comments. Throw up some thumbs up. Help support it. Move us up in those algorithms. You know what I'm saying? So that we can go on and, we can go on and continue growing. Because the more people that like, the more people will see. You see? But anyway, that's that. Of course, I'm going to come back to that in a second. But anyway, now, moving on. Folktale time! Family time for us to share the folktale. Man, so today we got the Kites and the Swans. Now, thanks to Brother Devin, I found out what a kite was a few years ago. I need to make sure y'all understand when they speak of kites in these folktales, they're talking about a very small hawk. All right, the Kites of Odin times, as well as the Swans, had the privilege of song. But having heard the neigh of the horse, they were so enchanted with the sound that they tried to imitate it. And in trying to neigh, they forgot how to sing. Damn. Here go the moral. The desire for imaginary benefits often involves the loss of present blessings. Damn! Let me read that again. I hope y'all got that one. I need to write this one down. The desire for imaginary benefits often involves the loss of present blessings. How many of y'all done experienced that? That's called the Kites. That's a golden one. The Kites and the Swans. Oh my God. That is one of the dopest ones. That's dope. Listen, that is... Let me read that again. Hold on, let me just go and close it out so clear you know where to start when he start doing it. Yep. The Kites of Odin time, as well as the Swan, had the privilege of song. But having heard the neigh of the horse, they were so enchanted with the sound that they tried to imitate it. And in trying to neigh, they forgot how to sing. That might need to be the theme story for self-mastery. That shit is powerful. The theme story for self-mastery. Wow. The Kites and the Swans. How many of us have given up present day blessings for imaginary? Hold on, let me see. The desire for imaginary benefits often involve the loss of present. How many of us have given up present blessings for imaginary? How did they put it? Imaginary benefits. How many of us have given up present blessings for imaginary benefits? Some of y'all do that in your job every day. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me. Come on now. Don't do it. Oh, don't be mad at me. I'm sorry. You know, some of y'all do that in your relationships. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, damn, that is such an apt one. And, so now it's time for us to get to the main piece of the show. Let me see what's going on, because it looked like Gye-Nyame Journey has fallen off once again. What's going on with you, Gye-Nyame Journey? Okay, so why are you tripping like that? All right. So anyway, it's time. If you could, Anime, could you prepare the family? Get your minds right. Get ready for the horn. Y'all know I like to see her blow the horn, because, ain't nothing like a phoenix. I don't know how she do it, but let's get it. And family, could I have my theme music, please? Damn right. Thinking all the time. So can I get the clock, please? Can I get the clock? We are on our 10-minute countdown, and I have not been able to keep it for the last few months. But anyway, let's get it. Counter pressure with creativity. Those that got the email, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming straight from there. We got questions this time, so get your Nguza Saba challenge book out. You know what I'm saying? Because these questions, you can answer some of them, or you can wrestle with all of them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the key word, wrestle with. I start off with, what is creativity? What is creativity? It's the ability to fashion a new idea. Oh, I said it wrong. Is it the ability to fashion a new idea? Or perhaps it's the spark that triggers radical change. Whatever it is, creativity seems to have an overcharged spiritual force that can unleash something wildly powerful and impactful. It's like yoga. We do it while chanting, or we meditate while doing some sort of artistic act, but it's not just about a physical, or in this case, a mental expression of manifestation. We are tapping into a different frequency that emerges when we're not so focused on the material world, but purely on our imaginations. So a potent weapon in our arsenal is our imagination. But the imagination is a double-edged sword, family. Not only can it cut our enemy, but it can also cut us. It's double-edged. That's the danger of a double-edged sword. Used wrong, and if I don't have the proper skill, I not only could cut my enemy, but I could cut myself. So please understand, when we're dealing with this thing, they say the imagination is an excellent servant, but a horrible master. And many of us have been mastered by our imagination, which has been mastered by outside forces. This is why we came up with the definition of the self, or we use the definition of the self. What is the self, Brother Hopkins? The self is the absolute, complete, and perfect qualities of a being that is not mastered, is not controlled, that is not guided by outside sources. It's the absolute, complete, and perfect qualities of a being that are not dependent on what's popping off outside of you. It's already all that it is. It's perfect, absolute, and complete. You just have to remember, you just got to be able to plug into it, right? To me, creativity is more than just the ability to fashion something new from the existing elements. It is the spark that triggers radical change. For those fortunate enough to harness its immense power, creativity can be an agent in social and institutional change from the grassroots to the global platform. In this episode right now, I will examine creativity as an alternative tool with which we can confront institutions of oppression and exploitation, create new communities of mutual aid and cooperation, provide alternative sources of employment, and generate models for tribe development that are consistent with our higher potentials and values. We talk about creativity being a tool that we could use to confront institutions of oppression and exploitation, smashing them, using our imagination, being able to create new ways of seeing in the world and new ways of operating in the world, right? Many of us look at our opposition, and we look at it and we see it as an unstoppable, unbeatable force. Something that is impossible. And once again, I remind you, everything, damn near everything that you want to do in life is impossible until what? Until it's done. What Marcus Garvey did was impossible. What George Washington Carver was doing was impossible. What Harriet Tubman did was impossible. What Sojourner Truth did was impossible. Until someone did it. And you, my friend, are being thrust into a world that is brimming with things that are impossible. But the question is, what are you going to do with your moment that you have in this place? Are you willing to make history? Are you willing to change history and do the impossible and use that double-edged sword to slap down your enemy, to chop down your enemy that is using, on a majority of us, that is using that very imagination that we're talking about right now to hold us down, right? Because we are not creating new communities. We're living in communities that were created for us. Not by us. They were created for us to house us so that we could continue in the oppression. And as a matter of fact, we bring the oppression home and we start oppressing ourselves. So with our imagination, we create new communities based rather than on oppression and robbing and stealing and going in there to do things so that we could hide from our oppressor and hide from our oppression. We could develop communities of what they call mutual aid. And activate the power of cooperation. Come on, family. It's not impossible. On my fault, it is impossible. I like to say it is impossible until somebody do it. Do we have the will within us to use our creativity to start being able to envision this? And you know where it starts? Because I always talk about, at least in Gye-Nyame, I always talk about artists are the vanguard of the revolution. Where are our artists painting this picture? But no, let me tell you something. Your artists have been hijacked. They have been hijacked. The ones that used to be able to paint us pictures of freedom, the ones that used to be able to paint us pictures of becoming equal in America and being able to move through our oppression and become better people and make the world better, have been co-opted, and now they are painting pictures of us in oppression as if this is the only thing we can ever do, and this is the only thing that we can aspire to do. As a matter of fact, I need to become better at oppressing my people than the very people that are oppressing us. These are the pictures that's being painted for us. As a matter of fact, I should get so good at what I do that I'm hired by my enemy to pay me so that I can better oppress my people. Come on now. Artists are the vanguard of the revolution. So we supposed to be writing revolution. We supposed to be singing revolution. We supposed to be cooking revolution. But what are we doing right now? What are we doing right now? I don't know. I don't know if it's happening. I hope that it's happening, right? But hey, it's all cool. Here we go. So what we need, my 10 minutes is up. So what I want to do is I want to run through the questions, and then I want to run through some of the 8 ways. I got 7 ways that we could, that creativity can assist us in our struggle. All right, but I want to throw these questions out at you first. Here we go. How can you harness the power of creativity to address and eliminate oppression? I just want to throw the question out there because I know that's what we're dealing with. And you're like, Brother Tim, you're supposed to give us the answer. Yeah, I'm going to give you what I see. But are you able to generate some ideas and throw them back at me? Because you can respond to the email. You can respond to what's going on. How do you see creativity as a tool for social change? What are some of the ways you have seen creativity be used to foster change? What is the most creative thing you ever done? How do you overcome your creative blocks? It's questions that we all need to wrestle with, right? But here we go. Going back up. Now let me give you the 7 things that I came up with. How creativity can assist us. Creativity resists limits. Our creativity makes it possible for us to be able to get along in the square that we are in, but it also figures out creative ways to operate outside of that square or to break the boundaries of that square. And we've been able to do that. Creativity resists the limits that are being imposed on us, especially those limits that hinder us from being us. We come up with creative ways to always get outside of that. And we need to start looking at some of the limits, realize the limits around us, right? Because not only is it important for a community to establish its borders, but it also behooves that community, that culture, that tribe to understand who are on the other sides of the borders. You know what I'm saying? We need to go on and we need to understand that. We need to build on that. All right. Also, number 2, creativity is a multi-layer process. Understanding the process of creativity. What is the process that we go through? What is your creative process? What gets the creative juices flowing for you, especially when you run into a problem, right? You have to practice and develop the ability to be able to spark your creativity and be able to use it as a weapon. Number 3, creativity replaces old values with new ones, right? So now, when are our values limiting us? And is there a change that's needed for us to look outside the values that we have and to start either adapting or creating new values for our community? Which values do we hold that are maintaining us in oppression? Because we talk all the time about how the mind is now where the chains are. But we only look at knowledge that these minds follow. But are we really looking at the beliefs of the mind that are holding us hostage? It's not. See, because there's been history. There's historical occurrences of people who didn't have the knowledge that were able to propel themselves and their group into a situation of power without all of the historical knowledge. We think that it's all about historical knowledge. A lot of us think that's what it is. If we know our history, we know, and that's a part of it. Don't get me wrong. But what about the other part of that? Because knowledge is not just the only thing that's going to make us free. Because if it was, all the knowledge that we have been gathering over the last 50 years, come on now. Creativity affords holistic thinking. This is number 4. Being able to holistically think. Be able to use your whole mind and use all of your mind power to put behind an idea, behind solving a problem. And let me go back to this. Many of us have baby-like problem-solving skills. We need to go on and start practicing our problem-solving skills. This is why I started creating puzzles and started sending puzzles out to the family so that we could start doing, you know what I'm saying, so that we could start solving problems. You know what I'm saying? Many of us start giving up on problems. You know what I'm saying? We start quitting. Like, what? Come on now. Stop. Stop the madness. Creativity heals the division created by oppression. Right? If we were to actually realize who the enemy was, right, it would make it easier for us to really come together and work. See, what our enemy figured out is the best way to separate is to give some of us something and leave the vast majority out there. So there's always a little difference between us because we don't really realize where the oppression is coming from. You understand? And then we start oppressing each other and we start doing shit to each other, not really realizing that there's a puppet master up above. There's a quote that I picked up from the myth, The Godfather, that I want to share with y'all real quick. Let me find where you at, Google? There you go. Come on now. Where the quote at? Now, this is, for those that know The Godfather, this is a quote from the part of the Godfather movie, because a lot of y'all didn't read the book. The part of the Godfather movie is when Don Corleone met with the Turk, the brother that wanted to start the drug trade. And Don Corleone told him, no, I because he came to Don Corleone. He asked Don Corleone for $2 million and political protection. And he would pay him back. But Don Corleone told him no. But there was no way that he could actually start his business, supposedly, without Don Corleone. So in a sense, Don Corleone saying no was basically Don Corleone telling this man he could not eat. So this man, in speaking to Michael Corleone at the dinner in Italian, told Michael, he said, your father basically told me I couldn't eat. And he said, I am a man. He says, I am a man that respect myself, and I cannot allow another man to impose his will on me. I am a man who respects himself, and I am a man that will not allow another man to impose his will on me. We are a people of respect, and we will not allow another people to impose their will on us. And that's exactly what's been happening to us, right? And once we start realizing this, it'll make it easier for us to heal some of the divisions that are happening between us, because there is one common enemy. Although many of us don't like to say it, because they shall not be named. Be careful with names, young one. Creativity unifies from a diverse range of cultural expressions. We can have many different things going on, but our creativity will be able to unify all those things as we come together. This is why truly creative people could be in a room with Buddhists and Christians and Muslims and other traditional religions and see absolutely nothing wrong with everybody being in the same room, because it's creativity that all these came from. Ooh. Well, y'all can get mad at me, but that's cool. Creativity embodies the diversity and the unity. Creativity embodies diversity and unity, because it's through creativity that we are able to accept diversity and to find ways to bring unity within that diversity. It's through creativity that we are able to recognize the interdependence within unity. But hey, I'm going to stop right there. Anime, if you would, baby, please. Thank you very much. Anime has blown the war horn. And if she could you play my theme music, please? Thinking all the damn time. You're right about that. All right. You know what I'm saying? All right. So here we go. And as we say in Gye-Nyame, class dismissed. Now get the hell up out my classroom. All right. So family, we have our stream has been dropped. So it looks like, I don't know what's going on over here. I don't know what's going on with the stream. It's sending data. It don't know what's happening. Okay, so they say we back online. But anyway, so let me go and turn this off. And those of you that missed out, I got it recorded. You get it. But we're going to do a moment. I'm going to give y'all a moment to go and... Let's start. Yeah, let's do that. Better yet, what's this? Okay, now let's go there. All right.
Minute by minute.
Take a minute. I'll be right back.
Hour by hour. Hour by hour. You lose your history. You lose your history. You lose your power. You lose your power. Minute by minute. Minute by minute. Hour by hour. Hour by hour. You lose your faith. You lose your faith. You lose your power. You lose your power. If it is to be. If it is to be. It's up to me. It's up to me. I feel good about myself. I feel good about myself. I feel good about the people around me. I feel good about the people around me. I feel goodness all around me. I feel goodness all around me. And it will follow me for the rest of my life. And it will follow me for the rest of my life. Cause I walk with good. Cause I walk with good. And I talk with good. And I talk with good. And I am good. And I am good. And that feels real good. And that feels real good. Good, better, best. Good, better, best. Never let it rest. Never let it rest. Until your good is your better. Till your good is your better. And your better I'd like to call on the ancestors and the Creator to watch over us as we do this African pledge. I pledge allegiance to my people.
I pledge allegiance to my people.
The African race.
The African race.
The original man and woman of the planet Earth.
The original man and woman of the planet Earth.
And the founders of civilization.
And the founders of civilization.
I pledge to continue to struggle.
I pledge to continue to struggle.
Which will help to bring my beloved brothers and sisters.
Which will help to bring my beloved brothers and sisters.
To total freedom.
To total freedom.
I pledge to study and discipline myself.
I pledge to study and discipline myself.
Spiritually, mentally, and physically.
Spiritually, mentally, and physically.
So I may grow into a soldier for justice.
So I may grow into a soldier for justice.
Because my people need strong and intelligent warriors.
Because my people need strong and intelligent warriors.
I pledge to live my life standing tall.
I pledge to live my life.
All right, let's get it started. We are going to go and we are going to lift up our glass. I don't know what's going on. Oh, damn. It looked like they started all the way over. It started all the way over on, and it's streaming. It appears to be streaming on, oh, what time is it? Oh, snap. Oh, man. I know what's going on right now. All right, cool. Let me stop the stream over here. I know exactly what's going on. I need to go and start my recording right now. Let's start my recording. I know exactly what's happening because my rebroadcast started at 12. My rebroadcast, so I did time it right. My rebroadcast started at 12, and I got on the same stuff I got on right now. I'm sitting there looking at myself, oh, they started all over. But no, I'm streaming on the other line, and we got a mishmash going on right here. This is what happens when you sit up here and you try to write and all this stuff. But anyway, let's do this toast. I'm going to get up out of here because I got to be over at the school. We have our meeting. The time is 12:20. I want to get over there on time today so family don't have to be waiting outside. This is Brother Hot Tim. I'm lifting up the glass. We saluting our Creator by whatever name we choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From there we move to our ancestors, which we toast every morning at 5:45 a.m. We lift up our ancestors. We say, Ashe. From there, we move to the present moment, family. We are in the moment of Kuumba. I ask you to recognize what are you doing in this present moment. Are you being creative with this moment to basically overthrow those things that are inhibiting you from being successful in your life? You know what I'm saying? Are you using your Kuumba in a correct fashion? Are you using your Kuumba to free yourself, or are you using your Kuumba to not only hold yourself down, but to hold your people down? For those that don't speak the language, right, I want you to understand that Kuumba means creativity. Open up your reticulus for information, seek out Kuumba. And for those that don't speak the language, Kuumba means creativity, or at least those we come to describe in this creativity. Order is the demonic principle. Orange is the color. As you can see by my beautiful shirt, you can support us. Go to GNJ, go to merch.GNJ.Media, and you can go on and plug in. We got the male name, Kwame, female name, Ama. We lifting up our glass and we saluting. And guess what we say, family? We say the word of power, and that word of power is Ashe. And then, family, we move to we did the present moment, right? Did the present moment. We move into our future. We toast our children, our children's children onto infinity. We lift up our glass high and we say Ashe. Last but not least, family, we want to raise up our glass. We want to raise up our glass and we want to salute. This is what we're going to salute. You ready? We want to salute all of those in our family that are in need of that balanced healing energy. We want to raise up our glass. We want to salute Brother Kwesi. You know what I'm saying? Sending him that energy while he's on his journey right now. We want to send Elder Tony some energy. We want to send Elder Tony West and Brother Kwesi Lowe. We want to send Sister Elder Debbie Bowie some energy. We also want to send Brother Lumala some energy. We also want to salute. We want to send the energy out there to the circles of people that are around them the caretakers, right? We want to lift them up. And anybody else that I didn't mention, I want to lift you up as well, if you're in the circle. With that, we lift up our glass, and I say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. I don't even know how I'm going to do this one. Well, I know how I'm going to do the talk, but it got cut off. We continue. We did it, though. We did it. Those on Spreaker know. Guess what? We did it. Y'all can tell everybody out there, say, yeah, they did it. Yes, they did. I'm going to go on and sip away, and I'm going to let y'all go because I got a meeting to get to or a training or something. I got to get it. Gotta get it. Gotta get it.
Mr. Diddy.
Check 1 2, check 1 2. All right, family, I gotta get out of here.